Hello everyone and welcome to a new video of Firepower Threat Defense series. In this video, we are gonna look at scheduling of multiple tasks on FMC. Okay, these tasks are basically certain jobs that you would like FMC to perform at regular intervals. So let's jump on to the FMC. In order to do the task scheduling, click on System and then select under the tools, select the scheduling option. I'll just zoom in a bit more. So once the menu has loaded, you see this calendar shaped, image here. Basically, this is kind of a calendar itself, which shows multiple jobs which are scheduled every day or maybe weekly or as per the schedule of the job. So right now we see two jobs are scheduled, FMC config backup and weekly software download. Let's schedule some more jobs and also see what are the options, what are the tasks we can schedule. In order to schedule a job, click on add task and then you have the options. First thing is job type. Suppose I want to schedule a backup, okay, backup of a managed device or backup of FMC. I select the backup and I select this is a one-time job or a recurring job. Let's say it's a recurring job. When does it start from? It starts from, I would say, it starts from 20th of July, 2025, Asia Kolkata time. It repeats every 1 week, but I would say it repeats every 1 month. Okay, let's make it 1 month. It repeats every 1 month. Runs at 2 a.m. Repeats on every 20th of the day, or you can select what date in the month. Let's make it weekly. Month is too much. We'll schedule all the jobs for the weekly. Weekly, it happens once, runs at 2 a.m. It happens on every Sunday, I would say. Job name, I can say backup. Just give it a job name, which is backup. I want management center backup or device backup. You can select by selecting the appropriate radio button. And then what is the backup profile? We talked about backup profile in the previous videos. You select the profile here. Put a comment if you want. Set the email status to if you have configured the mail relay server. If not, leave it as it is and just hit the save button. So this schedules a job for the FMC backup. See, I scheduled a FMC backup job. I can delete this job. This is just a duplicate of my one. Let's delete the job. Okay. So FMC config backup is now deleted. Only backup is scheduled for the FMC. Now let's add another task. So the second type of task is download CRL. CRL stands for Certificate Revocation List. Okay. This is a list of certificates. Those have been revoked by their assignees, basically CAs. So I want also this to be a recurring job. Okay. I want it to happen every weekly. It starts at 20th of July. August 1 happens Tuesday, happens on Sunday. I'll say download CRL job. That's it, and hit the save button. Now we also scheduled one download CRL job. Okay, now let's schedule another task. Now, next job is deploy policies. Suppose you want to deploy policies on your FTDs at a specific amount of time, or I would say at a specific time every week or maybe every month or maybe once. So you can select it. This is a one-time job, then select date and time. I want it to be a recurring job. I want policies to be applied to my FTDs on every week, starting from 20th of July. I want it to happen on Sunday, 2 a.m. There are too many jobs on 2 a.m. Let's take this job to 4 a.m. Okay. And what devices I will say deploy policies. Okay, on what devices? I would say all devices. Yeah, give it on all devices, or you can select the respective devices. I'll say deploy on all devices and save it. So now I have scheduled another job that deploys the policies, okay, on the devices on a specific day in the week. So suppose you make changes to the devices, every day in the weekdays, and then you just do not, push the policies and you push all the changes at once. on a Sunday. Now let's schedule another task. Let's see what is the another task in the menu for us. So next is Nmap scan. We'll talk about it later on. We have not yet gone through the network discovery and other stuff. Reports we'll talk about later. Cisco recommended rules, we'll talk about it once we have talked about the intrusion rules. Let's talk about download latest updates. Okay. Download latest updates means, you know, so you can download software and VDB updates. You can set this is a recurring job if you want to make it recurring. Starts at 20th of July and then every week and happens at I would say 4:30 a.m. on a Sunday. It gets the software as well as the VDB update. I'll say download latest update. So just the name as DLU and that's it. I'll save it. So now we have again scheduled another job. Let me delete this job. This was a software update uh, job, weekly software download job. I'll delete it because I'm covering that under our DLU job. Now let's add another task. See what is the next one on the list. Next one is install latest update. Okay, let me select it. Yeah. So if you want, suppose you have a latest software which has been fetched on a Wednesday, but you want to perform it, on like once or maybe recurring. I would say, okay, whatever is the latest software, download during the weekdays and then install it over a weekend. And I would say, okay, every week do this installation. If there is a new software, I want to install the software or VDB. It's up to your choice. See, after you update the VDB, you must deploy the configuration changes, which might interrupt traffic inspection and flow. This is just a warning thing. Yeah. So let's say software updates and then say not at 2 a.m. This should happen at 11 a.m. Job name, I would say software install. Device, I can say on FTD you want to do or on FMC you want to do. So you can select, I would say, do it on the transparent FTD. Okay. And then just hit the save button. Please select days. Okay. I just missed to select the day. Do it on a Sunday. Okay. So that's how we schedule software install job for the transparent FTD. You see, this is the software install job. Now let's add another task. And this time there is another task to push the latest update. Okay, you can install update, fine. But what about pushing it in advance? So I would say let's make it a recurring thing once you have the latest software. Okay, then you make it a recurring job. It starts from 19th of July, happens every week on Saturday. I want to push the updates on Saturday and install on Sunday. So I would say push, so many typos, latest update. On what device? Transparent FTD. You can select any other device if you want from the drop down. So we have schedule on the job as well, which is to push the latest update. It's installed for every Saturday. Now let's add another task. See which is the next one. Next is update URL filtering database. So our FMC has a URL filtering database, which is required for URL filtering policies. Then let's update it as a recurring and then it starts from 20th. Every Sunday it happens, every week, and it happens at 11:30 a.m. A job name, URL, update. Just hit the save button. See, we just schedule another job. So we schedule 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jobs. You see, we have scheduled 7 jobs. We saw how to schedule these 7 jobs: so backup, download CRL, deploy policies, and then download latest update, install latest update, push latest update, and update URL filtering database. There are few remaining. We will talk about them in the future. But that's how you can schedule the jobs for FMC on the FMC. So you can, you can automate some of the work But always be careful while scheduling the jobs because some jobs might have business impact. Like suppose if you have a standalone FTD and you schedule a software install update on it, I would say on one time on a business day when the business is running, you will have a straight away impact. Okay. So be very mindful when you do these schedulings. Make sure the jobs happen outside business hours, and if you want to do them during business hours, then make sure that they are non-impact job. Okay, like a BDB update or maybe any other thing. Okay. Other than that, let me see what other job is present. No, nothing other than this I see on the list. So thank you for your time on this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, have a good day and happy learning.